Everything you want already exists, right now. It is simply standing on the other side of a door you keep trying to force. And the harder you push, the more locked it feels. So tonight, let's try the one thing you haven't: stepping back. Picture your whole life as a mirror. Everything out there, the people, the closeness, the quiet you long for, is a reflection. And a mirror can only ever show you what you bring to it. Stand before it heavy, and it hands your heaviness right back. So here's the strange thing almost all of us do. We see a frown in the glass, and we reach into the mirror to fix it. We try to rearrange the reflection, chase the person, force the outcome, prove ourselves to someone who isn't even looking. But you cannot smile a mirror into smiling. The change was never out there in the glass. It was always here, in the one standing before it. This is what the old teachers meant by a stranger idea. Learn, they said, to ignore reality, not to deny it, not to pretend the empty chair or the silence or the long wait aren't real. To ignore reality is to stop treating the reflection as your verdict, to look at what is and no longer let it tell you who you are. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, because the instant you react to the reflection, argue with it, panic at it, you have agreed to stand in the same old light. So you change. Quietly, on the inside, you become someone new. You wait for the mirror to change with you, and for a while, nothing. This is the gap, the ache between who you have already become and what your eyes can still see. This is where almost everyone turns back. But think of the gardener, kneeling in the last cold of winter, planting. Above the soil, nothing, no proof, only bare ground and faith. The roots are moving in the dark. What looks like nothing is the most important part of all, and it cannot be hurried. You spent years rehearsing the old you. Of course the world needs a moment to meet the new one. The delay is not failure, it is momentum turning around. So how do you cross the gap without collapsing back? You stop fighting the reflection, and you grow very still. You simply watch. A thought of lack arrives. You notice it, the way you would notice weather. You are not the thought. You are the one who sees it pass. You do not push the darkness out of a room. Have you ever tried? You bring a single light, and the dark turns out to have been nothing all along. The sunrise does not argue with the night. It does not strain or prove or beg the dark to leave. It simply rises, and the whole world turns to gold. I exist as I am. That is enough. And slowly, you understand the real secret. The goal was never to force the mirror to change. It was to become open and stay open, whether it changes or not. To hold your peace not because life finally cooperated, but because peace is simply who you have chosen to be now. And that is the version of you that everything you want can finally find. Not the one straining at the glass, the one who let go of it and turned toward the light. So when you look out tonight and the old picture is still there, don't flinch. Don't reach into the glass. Just change the light you are standing in and trust the roots you cannot yet see. Hold it lightly, not magic, not a promise, only a gentler way to live, steady on the inside, while the outside quietly catches up. You were never meant to fix the mirror, only to shine.